Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today, well, we're going to be diving into some more Create Above and Beyond. So, welcome back to the Create Above and Beyond world, and today I want to start working on not progressing, right? I want to actually start cleaning things up. Now, this whole setup here, of course, I need to build a factory around. I'm going to start working on getting that done because for the most part, this process is basically ready to move on. But I also want to sort of take things like this farm, and I need to upgrade it. And I want to start working on getting trade stations set up so that way we can start pulling in resources and more resources and really limit our mine. I've already really closed up our mine because I haven't had a need to really go mining for a while. So I went ahead and I already had closed that up. So that means we really need to start putting a focus on getting that set up and getting farms set up for that. Also, Applied Logistics, this is not going to stay here. So I do have a plan for this and creating some sort of almost building for this. Now this is the workroom area, and I eventually wanted to sort of cover and close this in. You know how like factories will have like an overhead, or maybe a grocery store will have like an overhead where there'll be windows and they can like look down on their employees. Yeah, I know it's super creepy, but that is the case, and that happens. So I'd kind of like to add that into the setup, but enough of me just talking and rambling. Let me actually get to work. So I think a large scale build here is actually going to be really, really nice. I'm thinking about doing multiples of these, but I'm going to set them up in a way so that way they all are running separately. Like they run all off the same power source. So we should be able to get multiples of these running off the same power source. But with that, these are going to be depositing sort of into the same sort of mass system. Hopefully I can add a bunch more of these and get them all running together, sped up and producing coin a bit faster. But I think this type of crop is definitely going to be worth it. And I'm going to be trying to make it look sort of like a silo. I know at the moment this is quite large, but yeah, I think sort of a silo looking thing that sort of matches the rest of the build is going to be what I go for here. So at the moment, I am slowly but surely getting somewhere. My idea for this, of course, is to turn this into a silo. I'm going to be utilizing the same copper, and then I think having some sort of color in here. I like it open like this so I can see the berries and stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. But definitely on the top, this is going to be, if I can land, this is going to be topped like this, but sort of in a point. Because around where I live, like in the middle sort of the United States, which I'm sure this is like the same in most places, some silos are really skinny and tall, but down here we put a lot of like rice and stuff in silos, so they are sort of wide and short. So this would be like a silo that you'd see around where I live. So that's kind of what I'm working on. And then down here I have my power set down here, and you may be thinking, why don't you just align them together? Well, the idea is to eventually have these somewhat automated, so that way they start producing some of the materials in here. But the problem is, if I was to move these back one, then I wouldn't have access to this chest in an easy way, because I need to power this from the bottom and then go out from the side, and I can use a pipe to sort of pipe the coins into here, which is going to be the inevitable thing. That's what I eventually want to do. But at the moment, I'm going to leave it so it's just manual, and I can just go ahead and throw the coins in. I also need another barrel that is going to be on the side to like have the input and outputs going here. I would love to have like a full automated setup. I just don't think I have the stuff or the sheer amount of coins just yet to be able to do that. So I'm sure you guys have just seen this little guy. He's offering up a mystery wood sapling. I'm not quite sure what this sapling is because it is a mystery. Let's see, bone meal. I'm sure I have a little bit of, well, I actually have a whole bunch of bone meal. What does this actually give you? I don't think I've ever seen one of these trees, nor have I grown one. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Oh, look, it's got like particles that come off of it. Does this drop more after it's been broken down? Let's get my lumber axe. I think it's axe. Does it drop more saplings? Oh, it does. Oh, wow. And these saplings are kind of cool looking. Oh, now that's wicked. Look at this wood. Oh, I am definitely going to farm this up. So at the moment, I have the base area completed, or not the base area. I have the farm completed. You can see the farms in there working. All I did, by the way, was extend from the bottom farm and just extend it up. I don't know if I can get up here very easily. Let me try. I'll go ahead and break through. I have plenty of these. And just to show you, by the way, for planting this stuff, this is a lifesaver. So let me just hop over here. So I just super glued all this stuff together. I know you can use other stuff to do it, but honestly, this all works. I mean, I lowered the sides so it wouldn't like pick up anything else. But I did try hooking this directly to it and it doesn't work. I know I can use the other casings or the actual linear chassis, but I decided to go with this look because I thought it looked better. I don't know, everyone's personal preference. But yeah, you can put this in your offhand and I can now click this and look, it'll plant them directly in there. So that was the easiest way for me to plant all this for sure. Otherwise it would have taken forever. It would have, yeah, that would have taken just a lot of time. So I'm just basically letting all of these run. And let me go ahead and grab that. Get them all planted back. Let's get some glass because I ended up making a bunch of glass. Red glass. There we go. And yeah, because there's glass all on the other side because I kind of wanted light to come in. I did have those lights up there and I know the dirt's up here kind of ugly, but from down here, you can't really tell. And I think this looks pretty darn good. Now I am working on the side project over here. I have my floor converted for right now. Of course, I want to do more things with the floors, but you can already kind of see the shape of this factory. And it's going to look just like these. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this in to make it look just like that. But right here, I think this is going to become the Applied Energistics headquarters, because I'm going to need a place to put all of the new Applied Energistics stuff that I am working on. I've got to have a place here so we can get auto crafting started. And I think auto crafting is really going to change the game 100%. So after spending several more hours today sort of working on building and everything and getting things looking nice now that I've kind of situated into this, let's take a tour. Let's take a tour. Look at this. So I went ahead and got this done. Of course, we just seen this. Now, eventually I will be putting this to great use. I still have this set up. Now, I did move this. Somebody mentioned in the comments. The reason it wasn't working because that was extracting, and of course it's not going to put into the drawer. So now I have easy access to all of these materials. Same with these. And now let's get to the factory. Yes, so I went ahead and just basically replicated these factories, just wrapped it around this and sort of went with the same style. And then I've also gone around and I think on most of the belts, I've placed andesite casings on. And I also extended this to make it look and kind of fit in the area. There's still some like ugliness in here, you know, but this is the power cell that we needed. Now I do have a copy of this power cell inside of here that is actually connected to our Applied Energistics system. But so far this looks good. I have plenty of room to walk around. I think the only thing I really want to do is just give myself some room for these things. But as of right now, like the factory is looking pretty darn good. I am running into an issue though here. I don't quite know why this is stopping right on this block. There is nothing I'm doing different on this side that I'm doing over here. There's nothing I'm doing different. So I have no idea why this works, but this one, like, it's stopping. Like, no matter if I can hand place it, I think it'll like work like once or so. Like once it finishes the charging process, like, and these are set to the same, like redstone levels. I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe like if I change the redstone any, it works now. No, it doesn't work. See, it gets kind of caught there. So I don't exactly know what I need to do. Maybe put, this is exactly the same as this. That's why I'm so confused. But you know what? I have plenty of these shards. Oh, actually, no, we're starting to run out. So yeah, I need to get this fixed. I'm trying to think. If I extend this power more, then it basically skips this. I mean, I know this detector rail is powering this, but maybe I do need to give it a constant signal with one of the analog levers. I mean, I can't give it a constant signal. I mean, I could give it a constant signal. There's no actual need. Do we even need this rail on here? I mean, we probably don't, honestly. The more I think about this. Let's try it without that rail. I mean, it might actually work with this rail not even there. Like with a regular rail. Because I don't think it matters. Like, it should get enough speed off of this. And we can adjust the speed to make it just right. And it should reach just in time. Let's do the test. Oh, this was actually one of the more complicated setups, so makes it just in time to wrap around the corner. Oh yeah, we don't even need that there. So that must mean like this one. We don't need this here either. Huh. Perfect. We can actually save ourselves a rail. That works. And yeah, now it's going to keep working. Okay, so that solves one issue. So I'm kind of going back through and solving some inefficiencies on some things. Of course, this is definitely a very big like inefficiency. Eventually, we're going to figure out a way. If I don't already have a way, let's see. I think I had already kind of solved this problem by using this, and then I can use a high extraction, but it doesn't really need a high extraction. But what I should be able to do is I should be able to take from here and route into this, and then we'll use our cable snippers. Cable at pretty pipes. I should be able to use this to disconnect that. And then I'll just hook in, you know, an extraction. It doesn't need to be this particular one, but just so long as there's an extraction going in there. And then I can put 4 in here. I like to do 4 at a time just so it's a little bit more efficient. But it should end up going into the pipe, because I don't know if it despawns setting on this belt. Unless it is literally just hanging there, then that's when it becomes a problem. But yeah, I think this gets backed up. If I do 1 at a time, we should never end up with that problem. So maybe if I pull them back out and only do 1 at a time, that'd be the case. But I seriously think that the issue was not that it despawns on the belt, but that it despawns inside of the chamber that shoots it up. So I'm thinking that might actually solve the problem here. So with that, let's take another look at another area that I was playing around with, and that is the manager's office that I've been working on. Like the manager's room. Remember I said there's like you can have windows to kind of spy out on your employees. Well, that's kind of what I went with this, and it's kind of factory styled and all nice and gritty. And these factory fans are so cool. And there's more than just that. So let's see. If you search factory, there's like factory fans that are massive. This is a massive fan. And I think this would look really cool, like to have in a corner of like the factories. But you need more than one, because like one works and you can place the walls into the side of it. But I think having like it stick out would probably look pretty cool. But that's just me showing off some of the cool things that are in here. I just went ahead and used the regular factory blocks that we have access to because we can buy them. And so I just bought a bunch. And as you can see, just chiseled them all out. And look at this. This is also from that deco. It's a vent duct. And then I put the fan on the end to make it look like it's like blowing down. And then I bet if I used iron bars, I bet that would look kind of cool as like, to make it look like it's being sort of suspended, or like a chain would probably look really good as well. I meant to use these as like vent ducts, and before I realized there was actually vent ducts like that. But it's pretty cool. Eventually this will all be cleaned up. That's my goal. I'm setting small goals. Of course, that's honestly the best way to stay engaged, in my opinion, into like a pack, is set small goals. Don't set them too big or you're gonna probably get burnt out pretty quick. But so far my small goals have actually been working out because it's allowed me to go work in like small sections, like maybe make this small little factory area here. Like we worked on this like one episode, and then slowly but surely every other episode it's just expanded, and now we have this massive factory, right? That's all leading up to producing silicon by flinging items in the air and all kinds of fun stuff. And then of course leading over to here, which then starts making these calculation mechanisms. So I think this has been pretty fun. So there is another thing that I should probably get started, and that is, at the moment my production over here just hasn't been running. There's been really no need for it to run because we produced so much at the beginning that we had no need. But clay is a thing that we're going to need, and these strainer bases, well, they can just get out of here because we don't need them anymore. We don't need the strainer bases at all. Let me go ahead and pick these up. I know I've been trying to use my tool more. I've seen all of the comments. You guys have been absolutely amazing with the comments, by the way. Just, I do appreciate it. Believe it or not, like, I do thank you guys for like letting me know some of the things, because there's just a lot of things that are just aren't documented, right? So there's a lot of things that I wouldn't know, all these little small tips. I don't have a lot of time to watch. I know like a lot of people are, they watch my videos and they watch a lot of videos. I personally, while making videos and taking in and raising 2 kids, I don't have a lot of time to watch a lot of videos. So I don't really know a lot of these tips and stuff. So I'm sort of learning as I go, and reading your guys' comments are fantastic, and I do appreciate them. So don't think that your comments aren't appreciated or that you're backseat gaming, because I absolutely love them. Believe me, it is like something I look forward to every single day, is hopping over on YouTube and reading my comments. So with that said, I have figured out that I don't have to break anything as much. I don't have to break as much stuff because my wrench from Create should always be in my hotbar. I know it's not right now. I have rotten flesh there, but I should definitely keep my Create wrench always in my hotbar because it is my friend, and I should treat it as such. So what is my goal here? I need some way to drop sand into this. So I'm going to be routing sand from the same sand setup that we have. I think what I'm going to do is put a round robin on there, so that way it round robins between these different places that need the sand. But I need to drop sand directly onto this plate, and I might just use a dropper or a dispenser, I mean, to just dispense the items. I'm trying to think, is there another solution? I could just feed it also to a chest maybe, and then have a funnel with a filter on it drop down. That could work as well. But either way, I need a steady amount, not too fast, but a steady amount dropping down here. That's why I said a timer might be better on a dispenser. But I need it to drop on this pressure plate and to be washed, and then end up into the system, so that way the clay or the sand turns into clay. And that's the whole point that I'm going to be getting to here. So I have to set up a pipe route. That is going to be quite extensive. And it's going to start here and route all the way underground directly over to my other setup. So after spending a little bit of time with this, trying to figure out exactly how I wanted to go about this, I have a dropper now. Now, the problem with droppers, they're not too accurate. So what I did was I placed these slabs on the side. You could use glass as well if you wanted to funnel it directly under here. But the cool thing is if it lands on this block or this block, it does get shot directly into this. Even this, like right here, even though it's right on the edge, it actually still manages to make it onto the belt, because it is on technically the block, simply because of these plates here preventing it from being flung elsewhere. So this is actually working. So now we have sand being routed all the way from our other factory, the factory that is all the way over here. And so this now is automated. And I think that's the only part of this factory that needs to be set up. I think this one's done. Now the only thing I have to do is I have to route this chest, which has our kinetic mechanisms, and this needs to be routed over into this side factory, for which we convert those into these. next two, the stage 2. So I'm running through, sort of checking everything, trying to figure out what my sort of flaws are here. So I have my pipes routed. So at the moment, we have our tier 1 that is routed here from here to here. We have our tier 2, which honestly has been kind of the craziest setup because it is in 3 separate buildings. So here to here, and then finally routed into here, and then also has a big production facility in here. Oh my goodness, there's so much. I need an actual way to get onto this side. Should probably make a little door so I can get over here. But at the moment I have this, and I found I have an interesting issue here. Now I can actually get rid of belts. So with this whole setup, I think what I'm going to end up doing is doing just that. Getting rid of the belts and setting up a buffer system for this. And that's something I'm going to do next episode. But the idea here is I have the buffer here. Actually, I could probably just leave this buffer and leave the belt going to it. But we want to eventually fill this. And so I need this, whatever's residual that's not going in here, to be routed back over to here to the crafter and be crafted and then be sent into this and then run through the belt line here until it's full. But the problem is I want it to stop once this is full, which is, I think, the big problem here. And it just needs to keep circulating through over and over again. And I don't think I am going to need this chest here. I think this chest is actually causing more problems than it should. And I think the thing that I need to put here is probably the actual, the crate that is from. I don't know if I have one in my inventory. They're right here, the adjustable crate. Yeah, that's just brass casings. So put an adjustable crate here and make sure it's given only a single slot. That might actually fix this whole setup. And everything's running quite smooth. It's not the fastest in the world because all of this is still running off of my original setups. This is running just fine though. All of the stuff over here is running great. I know there's not a lot of room once I have all the stuff in here. But yeah, the barrel's keeping up. All of the stuff over here is keeping up, looking pretty good. We still have all the washing that's happening. This is still doing what it needs to do. It's working perfect. Those items are then being produced and then taken over to the next stage. And eventually what will happen is the stage that we have over here, stage 4. Stage 4 will back up eventually. Oops, place that there. Stage 4 will back up. And once this backs up, everything else will start to back up. I know that's probably not the best thing in the world to do, but it will happen. Like this right here is fully building up. And then once calculation fills up here, then we'll definitely have a backlog over time, especially while I'm working on other things like building. And so long as I make sure everything is maintained and still running, we should be good. And I don't think we're going to run out of anything. Well, at this point, I think I got most of the stuff done that I really wanted to get done. I even went ahead and made myself a redstone furnace. I think I need to get more thermal machines stacked up in here. I do have some over there, but I think having some in my actual room is going to make things a little bit easier. I noticed though, unfortunately, even with the max like linkage amplifiers, like it's really easy to get the components, the max components, but you really want to put like linkage amplifiers and things like the furnace to make it go faster. Unfortunately, it can only go so fast because we have to have this configuration module in there to be able to configure sides on it. I mean, we could remove that and then just use something else, but still, it is kind of a bummer that that's the case. But I noticed this mod. I really need to get into this more. Like between this and things like this that you can put on the wall, and also I noticed some other lights and stuff. Oh, this XK deco is really nice. Also, along with this architecture, our architect's palette, like I really need to start getting into more stuff. I spent most of today, like I literally spent close to 7.5 more hours today building another one of these factories. Also kind of setting up more stuff. I didn't even touch applied logistics, which I need to get into. I thought I was going to do that today. Totally didn't. But I do have my applied logistics set up here. It will be expanding. And like I said, this isn't even probably going to stay here. I don't think it might. I don't know. We might keep it in here and then just start to route things out of this particular factory. But still, at the moment, we also have to get into another tier, which is probably going to take up this island area over here, like that I've been flattening out. That is probably going to be getting into chapter 5, divided by digital, and then eventually we're going to have to make a space station, because apparently we'll go into space. But as of right now, this is looking amazing. I'm having so much fun playing this, believe it or not. Like I'm taking it step by step, and I think that's a good thing to do, especially with a pack like this. Not get too overwhelmed and trying to pre-predict what needs to come next. I think I do that a lot when I play mod packs, and this one would have drove me absolutely crazy had I done that. So it feels pretty nice to be able to kind of just relax and let the thing sort of just take over. But anyways, guys, I appreciate it. Of course, I thank you guys so much for watching. I do, however, want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that today is actually going to go to Hellbringer. Thank you so much for your amazing support over on the Discord. Of course, becoming a Discord premium member, you are absolutely a boss. Hitting me with that diamond tier, man, what an absolute boss. Thank you so much, by the way, guys. Of course, if you want to join the Discord, it is discord.gg/ChosenArchitect. And if you want to become a member yourself, of course, that is one of the best ways of supporting this channel at the moment. It's absolutely amazing, and I love that it's a new service the Discord is providing. But of course, guys, you don't have to be a Discord premium member to join the Discord. You can join the Discord. It's absolutely free, and we do have a public vanilla SMP server that is up there and running, and I would love for you guys to join it. We're having a lot of fun. Of course, I do have planned at the end of the year to hopefully do some videos on that server, and I'm also streaming it normally on Fridays. So of course you can find me over there. But guys, of course, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to click that subscribe button. We're like so close. I hear, I'm like, if you could see me IRL, like I'm literally just like, I just waving my hands around. I can literally feel 500,000 subscribers. It's so close. That actually sounds really weird. Just ignore what I just said. Anyways, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.